Hey there, just an opinion for the Armory Life. Talking today about steel target shooting at the range. But for the last several years, I have shot exclusively one brand of steel targets, and that is Tactical AR-500 targets, also known as TA targets for short. These are target systems made by guys who love to get out to the range and shoot. And you can definitely see that when you get these systems and you do what little bit of assembly is necessary to get them up and running, and you just look at the quality and the way they're made and the way they're designed. You can tell the guys who make these targets love to shoot these targets. And I love to shoot them too. They make a lot of different styles and sizes for different purposes and functions, but the one that I'm really enjoying right now, that's kind of my favorite at the moment, is the Mini Vital Zone target. It's shaped like a little USPSA or a little IDPA target, like that sort of hit zone. You've got this mini target in a familiar shape that we all know from our competition targets, but it's much, much smaller than that. And then to make it even more of a challenge, you've got an inner reactive zone, basically another flapping target behind it that you're really trying to hit. So the idea is keep all your hits in the center rectangle without touching the outer rectangle, but if you do touch the outer rectangle, well, you get a little bit of response there too, so it's not a waste. And I'm going to test my skill with it today with this XDM Elite Compact 3.8 inch. And I have to admit that with the Hex Dragonfly on it, I might be cheating just a little bit. You can't have that kind of fun with a paper target. There's so many advantages to shooting steel targets. One of the main advantages, besides just the fun factor, and I'm going to put that right up number one on the list, steel targets are a whole lot more fun than pretty much any other kind of target. But also very high on the list is the low maintenance during your range day. You get that target set up down range, you get a fresh coat of paint on it so you can see your hits if you need to, and then you can just get back and shoot at it for a really long time without having to go mess with it. There's no pasting of holes, nothing you got to tape up, nothing's going to blow over in the wind. If weather is a factor, it starts raining or something like that, maybe you're standing under cover, but you don't have to worry about a paper target getting soaking wet. There's so many advantages to shooting steel. They also come in so many different shapes and sizes and different kinds of reaction systems that you can really have a great time with them. Steel targets can be less expensive than you might think, even the ones that are made as well as TA targets. All of these TA targets are made of, at a minimum, AR-500 steel. Many are AR-550 steel. That is serious armor plate quality steel. They're laser cut, they're extremely well made. That means they're very safe, and that is very important. Not all steel targets are created equal, and that's something that's important for you to look at when you're looking at buying steel targets. Make sure it's armor plate quality. Make sure they're laser cut or similar so that there's no rough edges, no dimples, no creases, nothing that's going to bring shrapnel back toward the shooter. One of the other very clever things that TA Target does with all of their targets is they angle those targets so that all of the lead and jacket from your bullets is going to go straight down into the ground. Very little chance that it's coming back toward you or any of the bystanders standing around you. TA target systems like this Mini Vital Zone target basically assemble very simply with a 2x4 that you provide, and you set it at the height you want to set it at. The thing I love about the base is, there's two things that I love about the base. Number one, it is round and it's got some weight to it. So it keeps a great balance, and it's almost impossible for it to fall over. It wouldn't matter what you had on there, because it's round, there's really no tipping. Number two, it's got positions for your sticks for your paper target, and they're positioned at the standard competition target width. So you take your fur strips and your IDPA or USPSA targets, your NRA targets, whatever you want to use, and they just simply slip right in there. And you have your choice of either having the steel target remain behind it so you get the ring of the steel after the hole in your paper, or you can remove the steel target and just use it as a paper target holder. I love that versatility. Holes in paper and the ring of steel at the same time. Doesn't get any better than that. Steel targets are a great way to increase your fun level while also raising your challenge level at the range. They're interactive, they're long lasting, they're maintenance free, and they're just great fun. But remember, it's important to ensure that they're properly constructed of the right materials and that they're in good condition. And also, for safety's sake, it's important to remember that with handguns, you need to stay at least 10 yards back from your steel targets. Some steel targets are approved for rifles too. Be sure you check before you do that, and in that case, you usually need to be at least 50 yards away. If you haven't tried shooting steel yet, I think you might like it. You should give it a try. Go see my friends at TA Targets. Pick out something nice. Tell them I sent you. For the Armory Life, I'm Just an Opinion.